It's a good time. Your relationships are hard nowadays. Just modern day love is tough because of phones, you know? It's like a big part of love is getting a chance to miss somebody, getting a little space. And now with phones, it's just we're up each other's ass constantly. Like, when's the last time you said goodbye and meant it for a few minutes? You know? Now you say goodbye. 3 minutes later, what you doing? Hello? It's been 15 seconds. How come you're not texting me back? It's like, because I'm on a fucking airplane. That's why. I'm actually close to outer space. How can you even reach me right now? Can I just please enjoy this tomato juice and Adam Sandler movie? I don't know what it is. When I get on a flight, I need a fucking tomato juice. I'm not the only one either, because I have tomato juice, so somebody else is ordering it, which is weird, because, like, if you were at a party and someone offered you a tomato juice, you'd be like, what kind of fucking party is this, man? But as soon as I get on the plane, I'm like, yo, give me a double tomato juice. I am parched and thirsty. I want to drink soup all the way to Phoenix. My wife even does this thing, you know? This is how up each other's ass we all are. Like, if she's walking late at night, she'll call me and make me stay on the phone with her for the walk. She'll say, hey, what's going on? It's like a 15-minute walk. It's dark out. There's probably a creepy guy like 30 blocks over or something. Like, you never know. Do you mind? I'm not putting you out, right? Everything's cool. I'm like, no, it's fine. You know, it's just game 7. There's only 2 seconds left. But, you know, like, I guess I'll put that on pause because I'm on assault patrol for the next 15 minutes. And what's the point? Let's say somebody does attack her. What the fuck am I supposed to do about it? Except sit there helplessly on the phone, listening to the audio of her murder, to be traumatized for the rest of my life. Now I try to sleep and close my eyes. I just hear your screams and remember how you forced me to listen to this for some reason. What's the point? What do you want me to do? Just scream into the phone? Stop! Leave her alone! No, it sounds bad. Honey, he can't hear me. Put the phone on speaker. Fuck! I'm glad. It's good to settle down, though. I took too long, man. Nobody wants to suffer a sacrifice anymore, get into a relationship, you know? Especially in New York, you know? Especially this generation. Everyone's looking for the perfect person because we're so spoiled. Everyone's like, you know, how come you can't be more like Ryan Gosling? It's like, you know, because my name's Ted, you know? And Ryan Gosling's not looking for you either, so... Your name's Marie. You're an X-ray technician at Kings County Hospital. Can't we just fucking white knuckle through this like our grandparents and parents did? Yeah, man. I'm glad I settled down, though. I waited too long, you know? Because, you know, I live in New York City. That's what we do. Girls here are like, I'm not going to let the patriarchy tell me when I'm going to have kids, okay? All right? First, I want to open my gluten-free rabbit store for bunnies. Okay? I'm an NYU student, and I study the patriarchy. My dad pays for me to go to NYU to study how my dad pays for NYU. I met a couple from NYU. I was like, you know what? This is where we're at as a country. It was the two of them. She was like a something studies. You know, it was like a bunch of letters in the alphabet. A bunch of letters in the alphabet studies. And I was like, man, what do you study? He was like, I'm an English major. And I was like, you know what? That's how we're going to beat the Chinese right there. You know? Like, they're over there. They're majoring in engineering, STEM, chemistry. We're over here majoring in a language we learned at 4. You know, that's... You want to know how to use the word the? I fucking studied it. So, the word the goes right there. So I waited too long, you know? It's like... I waited too long to get... I was listening to my single friends. Single people, the perpetually single people. They think that they're strong. You ever know that people? You're like, how come you're single? You're like, I'm just waiting for someone to challenge me. I'm not a settler. Somebody needs to come along and challenge me. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, you psycho? Maybe with someone who challenges you, that sounds awful. You come home, someone checks a basketball in your chest, game to 11, motherfucker, what's up? I'm here to improve you! Your friends are like, how come she's always screaming at you? You're like, it's my soulmate, what are you gonna do, you know? It's like dating Tony Robbins, you know? I've developed a twitch and a facial thing, but she loves who I could be one day. That's why it works. She doesn't love me as I am, which is good. Yeah, we've all made that mistake. You ever be in a relationship with someone who challenges you? It's called an abusive fucking relationship. You don't want to be with someone who challenges you. That's stupid. That's immature. You want to be with someone who compliments you, you know? Someone who fits. Somebody who you could picture yourself eventually having comfortable misery with, you know? That's what it is. Nobody thinks ahead. Nobody's practical anymore. It's like, this is the real reason why you want to get in a relationship. It's like, for when you get older, you know? When you get older, you're gonna fall. You will fall. And you just want someone living in your house when you do, you know? Like, you don't want to fall and just end up alone on the basement stairs, just with a broken back, trying to figure out a way to communicate to the cat to maybe crawl out the window and tell a neighbor, Bootsy, Bootsy, go tell Bob in 5D, Daddy's down. You gotta get in a relationship. Life's too hard to do alone, you know? It's like, you know, God forbid, you're in your 30s or your 40s, you're still single. You know, God forbid you get sick, you get injured, you go to the hospital, and the doctor's like, all right, who do we contact to let them know you're here? You're like, actually, I'm waiting for someone to challenge me, so it's like, I'm not settling for emergency contact at this point, so. I'm not a settler. Did you ever notice Boston fucking hates New York? You know what the funny thing is? We're not thinking about them at all, ever. You know? Yeah. Boston treats New York like we used to date way back in the day, you know? And we moved on with our lives and became somebody, and they're just fucking stalking our Facebook page. You fucking cocksucker. It's like, Boston, let it go, dude. We are way out of your league, all right? Go date Philadelphia. You got a lot in common. This is how you can tell Boston's a shitty city. Because you ever notice every movie about Boston is about some guy trying to get out of Boston? It's like, well, if I see you here in the morning, I will fucking kill you myself. You go fucking make something of yourself, kid. You're not gonna just hang around here wearing construction boots and a Carhartt. Ben Affleck sitting by a riverbank finally found serenity with a hipster beard. I give them credit. They love their teams. They got a lot of pride. They just take it a little too far, you know? I shot my half-hour special there, and I was wearing a Yankee hat. They treated me like I was wearing an ISIS t-shirt or something, you know? It's like, slow it down. It's just a baseball team I like, you know? It's like, I'm a Yankee fan. I get it. I'm a hardcore Yankee fan, but like, I don't wear Yankees pajamas to bed every night, you know? If the Yankees don't win, I'll be all right. There's stuff to do here. Not like Boston. Red Sox lose, the crime rate shoots up 15%. People start hitting their fucking family members. The cops show up like, what's going on here? It's like, well, officer, the fucking Red Sox lost. And he's like, all right, keep hitting them. I understand, fucking socks. Fucking socks. Just got married. Look at that. Bang. Bang. Yeah. Sorry, fellas. I'm off the market. I'm spoken for. It was interesting. Yeah, I feel like, you know, I'm over 40, so it's about time, you know? And that's why I feel like we got a good chance to make it, just because there's less time for us to be together. You know, like, I'm looking down that football field, I'm like, 20 yards? I could make that dash right there. Like, no matter what the defense throws, I'm getting in the end zone. Only 20? Yeah. It's good to get married around 40 because we're gonna make it. No matter what, my wife knows I'm not going anywhere, you know? I'm over 40. I'm not doing this again. I'm too tired. You know, we've been together 5 years. Like, this is it. I don't care what she does. I'm making her stay. She could cheat on me. I'll just be like, you know what? Move the guy in with us. You know, like, he's got kids. I'll fucking raise his kids, too. We'll all live together. I'll just tell the neighbors we're Mormon now, so it's not weird. I don't want to make it strange for the community, you know? It's like, is he living with the guy who's banging his wife? It's like, respect his religious freedom, okay? He follows the laws of Joseph Smith, or as I like to call him, American Jesus. It's an interesting experience having a wedding, you know? Because the day before the wedding, I've never felt more important to a person in my entire life, you know? This is my wife's childhood fantasy. She's been dreaming about it since she was little. We're 24 hours away from this big day. She planned it herself. You know, I'm an integral part of this thing going good. That's a lot of power to have. I'm a very important person that day before. That's why looking back, I'm thinking, you know what? I should have blackmailed her father at that point. I should have been like, look, called him up and been like, I need 500 grand in cash in a duffel bag, or somebody's gonna have a sad little girl tomorrow, you know? Like, I will be on a plane to Miami. That's why I don't understand why more grooms don't get kidnapped the day before the wedding. If you were a smart criminal, that's who you'd kidnap, because you're definitely getting your ransom. There's not enough time to tell the cops she needs you there. You will get your money. She will be like, Daddy, sell the fucking house. We are not letting these Albanians ruin my big day. God damn it. I will hook myself on the street if I have to. I'm fucking getting married tomorrow. But the day of, yeah, I don't mean anything. I've never felt less important in my life. Yeah, I'm just an extra in her movie at that point. Like, I'm just another guy in a tuxedo around the queen. I learned that early, man. We showed up. We got married in a castle, of course, because my wife didn't pay for it, so that's how that decision was made, you know? We saw a real small venue. She was like, I don't know, I just don't feel like a bride here. And I was like, yeah, I think I have a hunch why that might be, you know? If you were paying for it, you would have walked into the first Subway and been like, this place is perfect. Oh my God, everyone gets their own 6-inch and Sun Chips? They get to pick their own flavor? Too good for my friends, I'll tell you that right now. Fucking Harvest Cheddar, that is a beautiful flavor for me. My wife planned the whole wedding. Oh, did she train? Oh, it was like, there's Olympic athletes that did not train as hard as she did to get into that fucking dress. For 12 months straight, I just watched my wife drink mustard. That's what it was. She'd be putting mustard on an ice cube. She's like, don't judge me, it's my cheat day, okay? Like, I'm binging today. She planned the whole wedding, dude. Planned it herself. She was serious about it. She wrote a whole itinerary. She sent it to all the groomsmen. It was intense. It was like just bullet points where we needed to be every 15 minutes. The only thing missing on that thing was a swastika. I'm being honest with you. Like, she's like, 7:15, be in the lobby. All the groomsmen must be there. Everyone's bow ties needs to be straight. Upstairs, 15 minutes later for the photographs. Stand in order of height. If anyone's missing, we will kill your whole family. That's what it felt like. It was intense, you know? That's the fun part of the wedding, right? Pictures. That's what you want to do on your big day. Professional photo shoot for 4 hours, you know? Got to record the memories, and the memories are just taking photos, you know? That's what I remember about that day, just being annoyed at taking fucking photos. They make you stand in all these poses, the photographer is like, just make it look natural, you know? And then he had every one of my groomsmen help me with my tuxedo jacket. They're all trying to put it on. So if you're looking at the pictures, it just looks like I'm a paraplegic or something. This guy's arms don't work at all. And then they just had us adjust each other's bow ties. That's fun, just staring into the eyes of all your friends. You look at the photo album, you're gonna be like, this was definitely a gay wedding right there. Like, those two guys are deeply in love. We showed up there early. She was already up there in the bride suite. She's up there in like this palace up there, like there's 15 terraces, heated floors, little slave girls just dropping grapes into her mouth, you know? Paparazzi following her around like she's J-Lo. She's got to go to the bathroom. Somehow one of her friends does it for her. I don't know how that happened. I gotta go. Don't get out of that dress. Just think it to me, and I took it for you. Yeah. It's your big day, princess. But I know nobody wanted to come, you know? Nobody wants to go to a wedding anymore, right? You get a wedding invitation in the mail, first thing you think is like, fuck, I hope they break up before this happens. Like, how much is this gonna cost me? Gotta spend a whole Saturday doing this? Yeah, nobody wanted to come. We need to change the system for weddings. We do. We gotta make it more like fun for people who wanna come to your wedding, right? So how about this? Instead of giving the couple money guaranteed as a gift, wouldn't it be better if you could buy shares of their marriage like a stock, you know? If you believe in the couple, you're like, give me 20 shares. I like what I see. Every quarter, you get a report, find out how your couple's doing, you know? You're like, Mr. Thompson just got a raise, they're on their second kid. You're like, fuck it, give me 20 more shares, you know? The Thompsons are through the roof right now. Till, of course, you get a quarterly report, you know? Wife just cheated on him, son developed a crystal meth problem. You're like, fucking sell, god damn it! I should have known when she smiled at me at the wedding that this was a bad investment, you know? How great would that be? I tell you, a lot of couples, they wouldn't get divorced, you know? With that system, you think twice about breaking up if other people's money's invested in your life. You'd be like, we're breaking up. I'll be like, nah, we're calling a fucking board meeting is what we're doing, Jerry. Stacy, Tom, work that shit out. Like, I own 20% of your kids, so you're not fucking with my money. How great would that be? That'd be fun, right? If you could make a little money on the marriage market. I'd be showing up to weddings I'm not even invited to, just as a speculative investor. Just sneak in the back, be like, hey man, what do we got going on over here? He's a hedge fund manager from Manhattan. She's a bartender from Tampa. That's risky, you know? You know what? Fuck it. Give me 100 shares. Let's see how this shakes out. If this works out, I'll be a billionaire. Nobody's getting in on this. It's a risky investment. I would make risky investments, you know? Because I would have a diversified portfolio. Every good investor knows you gotta have a lot of safe investments to buffer the risky ones. For my safe investments, easy. Hasidic Jewish couples, like, they're not allowed to break up, so that is steady income right there. In fact, all extreme religions, I'm heavily invested in that sector. Whatever culture doesn't give women a say, I'm like, give me 100 shares of that shit. No matter what he does, they're not breaking up because she can't, so I'm a disaster capitalist. Deep down, I don't think anyone's really Democrat or Republican, you know? It's like, are you really liberal people? Or are you just under 35, really? Like, never owned your own business. So once you open that gluten-free muffin shop or whatever it is, you'll be like, these taxes are a little high to support this niche market that's buying my cupcakes. And if that doesn't switch you conservative, let's be honest, every liberal is just one bad mugging away from switching to conservative. You're walking around, you're like, I'm with her, Bernie. And 3 kids jump you, beat the shit out of you, while their friends film it and put it on YouTube. Yeah, you wake up the next day like, you know what? Donald Trump has a lot of good ideas. You know, it's like, we gotta build a wall immediately! My favorite, libertarians are my favorite. I can't believe that they've like crawled off of college campuses and are on TV now. These fanatics, I'm a libertarian, because they're all about the marketplace, no regulation. They just worship the market. Everyone's a libertarian when their company's doing good. As soon as it goes bankrupt, libertarians disappear real quick. There's no libertarian in the history of being a libertarian who's rejected a socialist bankruptcy bailout on principle. Like, you know what? My company failed, but I'm a libertarian. I trust the market, you know? I really learned a lesson on that one, so I'm gonna go sleep in a homeless shelter for next year and just figure it out. You gotta trust the marketplace. Just don't touch it. It's perfect, you know? It's all knowing. Just let the market figure it out. Your wife fucked another guy? Free market, baby. Like, better dick, right? Better dick. Unregulated. Free market dick. It's tough, man. You know, our country's basically just divided into 2 generally stupid groups. You know? We got like right-leaning, handy, uneducated people who can fix your sink and shit like that. And then you got us, just overeducated and useless. That's what we are like. When the apocalypse comes, we're gonna be like, what are we supposed to do? I've seen every Woody Allen movie. Does that help? Or I know who Dostoevsky is. I'm really woke. Yeah. How are we gonna fix it? You know, next president has to be for everybody somehow. Got to unite. Next president has to be for left and right. So when he wins or she wins, everyone feels like their candidate won. That's why next president has to be female conjoined twins. There's no choice. You know, like. We gotta find conjoined twins where one sister's Republican and the other one's Democrat. And yeah, so whoever you voted for the first time in history, your candidate won, you know? There's no losers. There are two sisters. I saw them on 60 Minutes. Most amazing thing I've ever seen. Have you seen it? Two sisters. They were born with one body, two heads. The right sister controls the right arm and leg. The left sister controls the left arm and leg. And somehow they telepathically communicate to move and live life normally. I was watching this going like, this is the most amazing shit I've ever seen in my life. I will vote for these two bitches for president of the United States. I am with hers, to be honest with you. Like, who better to teach us to share the planet than two girls trapped in the same body, compromising every fucking day? It's gonna be a cakewalk for them being president. They were born to be president. They get in office, they'd be like, all right, what do you want me to do? Balance the budget? All right. That's a cakewalk. We just drove to Walmart today. Do you understand? Do you understand how crazy that is? They would end war immediately too, just because they would make countries feel guilty about fighting over the same land. Give everyone a little perspective. They'd be like, really, Israel and Palestine? You guys can't share the same land? North and South Korea? That must be really hard for you, you know? Yeah. Try having to take a shit while your sister wants to go to the mall and figuring it out. Like, that's easier than our Tuesday. I don't know what you're talking about. Plus, you know they're not corrupt. That's the best part about conjoined twins. They don't steal, and that's the quality we almost want in our leader, someone who's honest. And conjoined twins, they're honest. They don't steal, all right? They never even consider it because they know they'll never get away with it. So it's just, they're good people. No one's ever turned on the news and there was conjoined twins on the loose. They can't, it's hard to hide, you know? You can't just walk into a bank and rob it if, you know. It's like everyone's been staring at you the moment you walked in. Like, there's a lot of witnesses to that crime. You could even be wearing masks, successfully rob the place. Cops would be like, did anyone see who robbed this bank? You're like, officer, unfortunately, they were good. They were wearing masks, but I do have one tip for you. I think you're looking for somebody with two heads. Is that common? Is that? Maybe you could start by flipping through the Guinness Book of World Records a few times. Whichever one of those sets of twins aren't accountable from 12 to 6, I'm pretty sure those are your HSBC bandits right there. Ladies, I'm here to help. Like, seriously, this is a good one. You know, like, don't ever ask us if we want to do something. Don't phrase it honestly, you know? Be like, hey, do you want to go have a picnic? No, never. No. What'd you think I was going to say? Yes! Fuck, are your girlfriends going to be there? Let's go closer to dark so there's mosquitoes out. We get bit up. Can I bring edamame? Let's drink rosé on the floor. Let's go to a dog park where they piss and shit during the day and then off-leash hours are over. I want to sit on dry dog piss. No, don't set yourself up for failure like that. Trick us into it. You know, get creative, manipulate us. You just got to assume we're lazier than you and you're smarter than us. That's what it is. Just be like, hey, honey, I heard they're handing out free money at the park. You want to go? Yeah, I got my coat on before you finish the sentence. Then we're out the door, be like, hey, we might as well bring some sandwiches in case we get hungry. Boom, we're having a fucking picnic. I don't even remember the free money at that point. I'm yelling at you. We should do this more often, you know? I'm laying on a blanket, listening to Sarah McLachlan, twinkling my toes. Nice little breeze. I got my off spray. Mosquitoes don't bother me when we're having a picnic. You gotta trick us into it. Guys, we lie to ourselves, you know? We tell ourselves, hey, my wife's not fun, my girl's not fun, you know? Gotta hang out with my boys to have a good time. It's like, our wives are fun, you know? It's just that the ideas always sound stupid, you know? But once we're there, it's great. You just gotta get us there. Guys lie to us. Like, you can't, hanging out with your boys it's fun when you're in like your 20s or a teenager, you know, that's fun. But when like you're in your 40s, hanging out with your guy friends, it's like borderline inappropriate at that point, you know? You ever go to a bar and see 5 40-year-olds standing by the bar? Is there anything more pathetic than seeing 5 40-year-olds yawning every 3 minutes? Every time they yawn, a little bit of their gut pops out of their polo shirt. They're just stretching out their plantar fasciitis. Just, Jerry, get me another Miller. Young girls walking by like, do you guys own the bar? What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be home raising a family? That's weird. This is when I really figured it out that she phrases things wrong. It was fall. My wife loves fall, like all women, you guys. There's something about that season that just brings out the peppiness in your femininity. That first breeze in September hits. You guys are like, oh, fuck, boots weather! Yeah, look at my new boots. These are cute. I want to walk around like I just got off a horse all day. Fuck yeah, hocus pocus, cozy. Let's get some fake pumpkins from TJ Maxx, put them all over the living room. Pumpkin spice pizza. This is my boyfriend's sweatshirt. It's my sweatshirt now. Fucking my sweatshirt. I don't know what it is. You guys love fall. So this is how my wife phrased the question to me, out of nowhere, you know? In October, this last October, she was like, hey, you know, it'd be fun, let's get into the fall spirit. Do you want to go pumpkin picking? What? The fuck? Why would I want to go do manual labor on a Saturday? If you want a pumpkin, they have them at the supermarket. That's how easy it is to get a pumpkin. They don't even put them inside the supermarket. They always leave them out front. You notice? They don't even care if you pay for it. That's a suggested price. They're like, this is marketable for 4 days. Take it or fucking pay for it. We don't care. It's gonna be a moldy mess in 13 minutes. Nobody's ever been arrested for stealing a pumpkin, you know? If you called the cops on someone stealing a pumpkin, the cops would arrest you for calling them. But she's my wife. I love her. So this year, I was like, you know what? I'll go. Let's go pumpkin picking. Let's get into the fall spirit. And let me tell you something right now. It was bigger bullshit than I thought, you know? Like, what a sham, dude. You drive out, it's not even a pumpkin farm. It's just an open field where they dump pumpkins on the ground. So you just basically bend over farther to pick up a pumpkin. They probably go to the supermarket, steal those pumpkins, and then drive them out there. And I'm supposed to be impressed because there's a llama that stinks like shit, you know? Like, yeah. Then she asked me this one recently. She was like, hey, do you want to come with me and get a pedicure? I was like, no. I'm a guy. I cut my own toenails and leave them in a pile on the floor, you know? Like, I intend on picking them up. I just forget that they're there, you know? And 3 weeks later, I'll accidentally step on one. I'll be like, oh, time to cut my toenails again. It's been 3 weeks. That was a sharp one. Just a strange question to phrase to your husband like that, you know? Say, do you want to get a pedicure? It's like, did you want me to be like, yes! Are we gonna get manicures too? I want to get mine gelled so they don't chip when we go pumpkin picking. But that's when I realized if she just phrased it differently, I would go and have a great time, you know? Because she asked me the same question a couple weeks later. She just phrased it different. She was like, hey, I'm going to get a pedicure. Why don't you come with me? I know you'll hate it, but it'll be hilarious. You'll get a joke out of it. So I went. And let me tell you something. It was one of the most glorious fucking experiences. I was sitting up there in that automatic massage chair, I got so comfortable I fell asleep and farted by accident. Sorry. Just me and a bunch of housewives with their beautiful legs and feminine feet. I had my hairy werewolf legs hanging over the front. I had my jeans rolled up like Huckleberry Finn. It's my first pedicure in 40 years, so the girl had to put on a welding helmet. Like, try to chisel out a piece of sports sock from when I was a teenager. Now I go every other week. I ask her, I'm like, do you want to get a pedicure? No. Yeah, no. They know my shit in there now.